Good afternoon. It's Rob from Ecofine Properties, and we're back and we're highlighting another local business in our community. Very great business here we're highlighting today. Located, let me get this right, it's at Mainstreet at Midtown, just off of PGA Boulevard in Palm Beach Gardens. Let me pull up the name. We got graphics now, so I feel like a kid in a candy store. Here we go. There it is, Showcase Socialite Vision in Palm Beach Gardens, Dr. Adam Ramsey. And right now I'm going to send it out to Homaira Mangal. Hey, Homaira, give a wave.
Hey everyone.
And we got Dr. Adam Ramsey. There he is on the bottom. Hey, what's up, Doc?
Hey, thanks for having me on.
Yeah, well, thanks for joining us. We can hear you loud and clear, too, with the mask even, so you can't
hear. Yeah, come on now, staying safe, and it's pronunciate. You got to pronunciate. You got to inflect through this mask here.
So this seems like a fun one. I'll tell you one thing before Homaira gets started asking you questions. You just seem like a chill dude, a cool doc, a guy that I'd like to go to get my eyes checked out at.
Come on, and maybe even have a beer after 5, though.
See?
After 5.
See? All right, so Homaira, I'm going to let you take it away. Let's find out a little bit more about Socialite Vision and Dr. Ramsey.
Yeah, hey Doc, how's it going today?
Hey, going great. Thanks for having me on.
Okay, so I want to hear a little bit about your practice. I mean, I know you're in like the prime location right off PGA Boulevard. And from what I've seen online recently, you have some pretty fly lenses.
Yes. So I'm going to flip it around and I can show some of it. Let's see here. So we have, all the name brands, Versace and Ray-Ban. We even have Eyes of Faith, which has scriptures on it. We have Costa. We have sunglasses. Then we have unique stuff that has buffalo horn and wood and metal. We have 18 karat gold. We have frames like Tom Ford and Dita. We have frames from Paris, Germany, Italy, Japan, Korea. We have frames from the U.S., St. Louis, Missouri. We have frames everywhere. We try to have an eclectic style. People that want to have a unique, bold personality, and you want the frames to match your personality, you have that. And then we actually just brought in, if I can get the camera to flip around, in chroma, which are for people that are color vision deficient. So boys 10 to 1 lose the ability to see red and green colors the same way as everybody else. And these are color vision enhancing glasses. So we're the only store in Palm Beach. The next closest store is actually in Tampa that sells those lenses. And so people that are color vision deficient and struggle to see the traffic light, the red and green on there, we can enhance their ability to see color. And we just add that in. So we are constantly trying to innovate, give you something different, give you something unique, and have some fun at the same time.
Yeah, I'll be completely honest with you. Every time I'm, going for an eye exam, the first thing I do is look at the selection of glasses and frames, because if I don't like it, most of the time I'm very underwhelmed by the selection. So when I saw your selection, I was like, wow, like this is definitely something that I have to, the practice I have to go to. So tell me, what kind of services do you provide to your patients?
So at our office, we're full service. So we're an Optical. And I'll even show you in the back, we actually make the glasses on site as well. So we can make the lenses here. We do eye exams too. So I'm an optometrist. So I do eye exams, full eye health evaluations, contact lens exam, dry eye, macular degeneration, glaucoma evaluations, almost anything eye related. I don't do surgery. So that's where the line stops for me. So anything but surgery, we can evaluate. And then if it's something that needs special attention or something else, then we refer out and we co-manage with a lot of physicians in the area. So our office does everything. I like to plant my flag in funky glasses, contacts, and dry eye. If those three things are what you are in need of, that's what our office wants to be known for. But we can pretty much handle anything, and anything we can't handle, I know a guy.
Sure.
Because you always got to know a guy. You always got to know a guy. No matter what it is, you gotta know a guy, and I know the guy.
That's awesome. I know that, every field is constantly evolving and there's always cutting edge technology and you have to adapt with the times. What kind, I guess equipment, surgical or...
You want to see the toys?
Yeah, I do.
You want to see the toys. That's what the people want to see. All right, let's flip it around. All right, so this is the money room here. So this is an OCT, which gives you like an MRI of your eyeball.
Ooh.
This is an autorefractor, which gives a general idea of your prescription.
Mm-hmm.
This is a visual field, and you would actually look inside of those oculars in there, and you'll see lights flashing all around. That checks to see how well you see out of your blind spots or your side mirrors. This is a retinal camera that takes a picture of the back of the eye here, where we can see way out into the periphery. And then let me show you a few more toys. In the exam room, this is a keratograph, and this takes a topographical map of the cornea here, so you can see all the nooks and crannies into the eye. So we have all the bells and whistles in our small office. We try to have everything here for people, but we're trying to give a personal, hands-on experience. So I'm not a big office. It's more of a personal experience, but not sacrificing technology, not sacrificing the experience, and the customer service. That's really where we're planning our flight to try and say, you know what, come get a great experience, come get a personal experience, get to know your doctor one-on-one, and have a great time.
Sure. I'll be completely honest with you. Every time I've gotten my eye exam, the part I dread the most is that little puff of air.
Puff of air, yes.
I hate. So have they found a way to check your pressure?
We do not do that. At our office,
Really?
we do not do that. No.
Oh, hallelujah! That's awesome.
So there's another way to do it. We have another piece of machine where there's no air puff, and it actually is a one-time use tip where you're only using it one time and you don't even feel it. So there's no air puff. There's nothing going to scare you. The worst thing in my office is some bright lights, but the bright lights last about 10 seconds. So if you can hold out for 10 seconds for a bright light, you can avoid a lot of the drops. Yes, no air puff for most patients, no eye drops. Once they don't have any medical conditions that would require me to dilate, that big camera that I just showed you back there will allow me to take a picture way out in the periphery and in the retina. So for most patients, there's no air drops, no touch, no drops, no air puff in our exams. So patients leave out here pretty happy.
Mm-hmm. I actually see something in the corner of your shoulder. Is that a book I see, or what is that?
Oh, you got some good vision, girl. That's right there.
Yeah, I spoke with my eye exam.
Yeah. So this is my book that I wrote. It's called Play Chess, Not Checkers, The Practical Guide to Warm Start Your Dream Optometric Practice. It's teaching people how to open an office. Mm-hmm. Now, it was written from the perspective of an optometrist, but you can use the examples of how to open an office to deal with construction, to deal with insurances, to deal with the city and working to get the permits and all that stuff. That is universal. That doesn't matter. It's just using the example. I give people, I tell them like the blueprint, because I've read the story of Best Buy and Apple. I'm not starting a computer. I'm not selling computers, but I can still learn from that. So some people are like, oh, it's written. I'm like, yeah, I'm using my experiences. And you take that and you do it the same way you learn from Comcast, and you can learn how they started and how they got through. So this gives a little bit of my backstory and teaching entrepreneurs on how to be the chess piece, not the checkers piece. Because with a chess piece, you're on the same board as a checkers piece. Except with chess, you can jump over and you can go much further. Checkers, you only go one square at a time. And if you don't find ways and strategies to win in this game of business, you will lose, and big business will actually jump over you, and you won't be able to succeed. So that's the concept behind the book, and you can find it on Amazon. You can type in my name or Play Chess Not Checkers, and you can get it today. Copy. You have the Audible, ebook, and printed. Anything you want is available.
Hey Doc, I got a quick question for you. How did you get started? I mean, maybe I just stole Homaira's question coming up here, but how did you get started in the business? I read a little bit of your biography. It's kind of interesting. Explain that to me.
Well, I've always wanted to help people, and the great thing I like about eye care is that I can have immediate impact in somebody's life. So somebody can come in blurry and leave clear. Somebody can come in pain and leave happy. So I found a profession in which I can combine making immediate impact and helping people and medicine. So I love the business of optometry, and I love the ability to help people. And being able to do the medicine without too much blood and guts was right up my alley. And then I went off to school, went to the University of Florida for undergrad. Then I went to Memphis for optometry school, and then came back down to South Florida and got started and had to learn the hard way on how to get this thing called business started. And it's been a great experience so far.
Awesome.
And go ahead.
I wanted to, address like the elephant in the room, obviously the mask and COVID-19 and how you guys have been implementing new procedures to keep your staff and your patients safe. So what kind of things could you expect when you come to see you?
Sure thing. I'm going to go outside and start from the outside so you can kind of see.
Okay.
This is fun.
So outside, we have a little sign letting everybody know they must wear a mask inside. I'm keeping myself safe and I'm keeping you safe. And then we are locking the doors in between each patient. So there's only one person in at a time, and then we're checking temperatures. So the doors are locked on the inside, and then in between each patient, I just lock it. Somebody comes in. Then we are checking temperatures here on each patient, and we're checking temperatures on ourselves as well. So we check temperatures on ourselves, make sure we're not getting you guys sick either. And we're asking everybody to use the hand sanitizer when they come in, and then we're cleaning the surface with what's called Pure and Clean, and that has been shown to be effective against the coronavirus. So I went and found the products and the chemicals that we need to actually keep the surfaces clean, keep us clean. If me or my staff is actually touching the patient for whatever reason, we have gloves for that as well. And then even in the optical, what we're doing, and I can show you something here. We are doing what's called for measurements on working this camera here. We can put this machine here on the glasses to actually take the measurements. So the measurements we take for the glasses are actually done 6 feet apart. So they'll actually be back here and have the glasses on, and then somebody will be on that side there taking the picture and the measurements at a further distance. So we won't have to we're trying to avoid as much contact or close proximity to the patients. I'm going to show you one more thing in here. I can take out the mask from me in the drawer. All right. So even in the exam room, we have a few things. So there's a safety shield here in between. So the patient is actually sitting on this side of the machine. And then there's a safety shield here. And then even when they put their face in the phoropter and they're telling me which one is better, 1 or 2, there's a safety shield as well here. So along with having the mask on, then we have shields whenever possible to help. We're all just trying to do our best. Nothing that we can do is going to be 100%, but we can just try to do everything we can to keep everything clean, keep everything sanitary, and keep as many shields as possible in between the patients.
I have another question about, I saw you post, I think it was an article a few weeks ago, about how one of the signs of having COVID-19, it manifests in the eyes. You actually have like a pink eye, like a conjunctivitis.
Somebody's watching me on the news. Somebody is watching the news. Oh, yeah.
I had to do a little background homework, a little research.
You could be a reporter in your next life, you know what I mean? In case this real estate thing doesn't work, or you want a second career, you can get into the reporting there, I'm telling you. So yeah, the first person that actually found the coronavirus was an ophthalmologist, and they saw people that were having red eyes, and they were saying, hold on, these aren't normal red eyes. Something here is missing. So that's why we're screening everybody before they come in. We're doing telemedicine, so we can do virtual visits to reduce the people coming into the office. If after the telemedicine visit, I say, okay, I need to see you in person, and I see you. If I say, no, that doesn't sound like a normal red eye. And the way you'll know if it's a normal red eye, a red eye should not also have a fever, cough. You should not be having some of the coronavirus symptoms in addition. A red eye, the eye should be red by itself, but you shouldn't have a fever, you shouldn't have a cough. You should still have a sense of taste and smell. So those other things, if you could also have a red eye and have those two things at the same time. So there have been patients and cases of people with the coronavirus also having red eyes at the same time being one of the signs and symptoms. So we're checking all the patients coming in and saying, okay, yes, you do have pink eye. Yes, you do have a conjunctivitis, but the cough, the sense of smell, the touch, taste, all this stuff that you're losing is not associated with the normal stuff with red eyes for us. So we're then directing them back out and making sure that either we spotted that from the telemedicine visit and we're directing them directly to get tested, or we're seeing it when they come in Then all of a sudden we check your temperature and like, yeah, you have a red eye, but you also have a fever. That's not normal. So now we need to go and make sure that you're getting that corrected and fixed. And avoiding as many people going into the ER unnecessarily. If they need to go, they need to go. If they don't, then we're trying to help and alleviate the burden of people going into urgent cares and to the ER when we can actually help here in the office.
That's awesome. That's incredible.
So for those of you just joining us, we're joined by Dr. Adam Ramsey. He's the owner of Socialite Vision. Right there, I keep getting it wrong. The Mainstreet at Midtown.
You got it right.
Mainstreet at Midtown.
Yep.
That's what I get wrong. Mainstreet at Midtown,
Yep.
Right there off of PGA Boulevard. You got what's in that plaza? Is that where Blaze
You got
Pizza and all
Christmas
that?
Kitchen, best vegan food in Palm Beach. You got Chipotle. You got Blaze Pizza. You got Three Forks, and you have J. Alexander's. You got Family Church. You got a lot of stuff in the plaza. But most people know the plaza with Christopher's Kitchen. I can't lie. Christopher is killing it over here. So most people know if I say Christopher's Kitchen, they're like, oh, I know where that is. I know.
And if you can't find Socialite Vision, it's probably because you need to get your eyes checked. So you need to find Dr. Adam Ramsey.
There you go.
What's the best way for people to reach you, doctor, if they're interested in booking an eye exam or they need to get their eyes checked, you know?
They can call or text 561-336-0733. Or you can email us at info@socialitevision.com. Go on our website. You can actually book an appointment online, socialitevision.com. Click book an appointment. You can find an open slot. The one thing I also wanted to say before we finish here is that I posted a post about trying to help patients out, that I was having a lot of elderly patients that were struggling to get masks and supplies. And I had a patient come in and say, hey, doc, you know, I don't do so good with the computers. So everybody's telling me, go get masks on the computer. I don't use the internet. And he couldn't find it in any of the stores. He was going from store to store, and then stores started telling him he couldn't come in because he didn't have a mask. And he was like, but I came here to get a mask. I don't have one. That's why I'm coming. And we went ahead and gave him masks. And he was really moved and happy that we were able to give him a mask and assist him in that process. And Serena Williams and her team saw that we were doing that and said that, you know, we're going to donate a couple thousand masks for you to give out to the community. So they donated a couple thousand masks. I actually was able to give them out to assisted living and nursing homes in which they were able to get masks, because you got to understand those people living in those assisted living facilities are all in one space together. They can't separate. You can't keep somebody that's 90 years old shut up in a room for 6 months. It's just impossible. You cannot do that. So without having proper masks and cleaning stuff, it's going to be very difficult. So we were able to donate some there. We even are giving them out to our patients or anybody that comes by that needs one. So I can show you what they look like here. So they are cloth daily masks. So they're thin, but they are cloth masks that go over your face, and it's adjustable for the sizing that you need for your face. The key thing is I'm seeing a lot of people, and I'm going to do this just for show so you can actually see. I'm seeing a lot of people wear their mask like this. And the issue with that is if you breathe through your nose, you are wasting your time. There's nothing that's happening if the air is coming in and out through your nose. The coronavirus is coming in and out through your nose. So I'm seeing a ton of people wear their masks down here thinking covering their mouth is going to work because they don't want to breathe. The issue is, yes, these masks are difficult to breathe in. You know why? Because it is blocking the air from coming in so that the virus doesn't come in. Any mask that is too easy to breathe in is not effective. And if it's not effective, you're wasting your time. So, you know, you can get the cloth and the other mask to protect the other people. The issue is that's not necessarily affecting you as much. So you want to make sure that you're wearing the mask appropriately. Mm-hmm. Also, pinch the nose where the mask is. There should be a metal piece on the top of your mask. You want to pinch it down and flatten it so that you have as much contact with the face as possible. And then you want to bring it down over your chin. Now, as you move, as you walk, as you talk, it is going to move. So you are going to have to adjust it. There's nothing wrong with that. You have to do what you have to do. But you want to keep it pinched down to your face so that the masks are effective. I'm seeing a ton of people walking around with the mask being improperly fitted to their face, or they're loose. So the mask is very baggy on the side. And what you're going to realize is if it's baggy on the side, the air is going to come in from the side and still get in. So it's not going to be effective. So you want to make sure that the mask is secure, well fitted to your face, so that way you're protecting yourself. You know, a A lot of people are like, I don't want to wear a mask. Well, you either got to protect yourself or you got to protect others. If you have it, you're passing it to somebody else. And if they have it, they can pass it to you without even knowing, because you could be asymptomatic and not know it, which is why we require everybody to come into our store to wear a mask. And we're going to wear a mask in case I'm sick, and I don't want to get you sick either. So make sure that you guys go out there, protect yourselves. This is not a sprint, it's a marathon. It's not what you can do for a week or for a day. It's what can you do for a year? What services and what steps can be put in and protocols to protect yourself for the next year while we deal with this? You know, we do have to carry on with life. We do have to do life, but let's do life safely. You can do it. It can be done. Offices like ours and others are taking the protocols and the necessary protective steps to keep you safe, keep everything sanitary, and then still function in life. We all need to eat. We all need to go out. We need to go to the doctor. We need to do stuff. I'm seeing people that should have come in a month ago for services and for exams, and they put it off. And sometimes what I'm seeing is worse than it normally would have been because they put off coming in for visits longer than they should. So I would tell you, if you can safely get into your doctor, if you can safely get in for your services, then go ahead and do that. They'll be protected, you'll be protected, and then we can just get through this together.
Hey, Doc, now that I know that it's safe to come to your practice, I
Yes.
definitely want to come and check out the frames you have, because the ones that I have are a little too big for my face.
No. We
need
can
to update
upgrade that.
my frames, right?
Oh, definitely we can upgrade that. We can upgrade that. Yeah. We got to get you in the 21st century. We got to get you upgraded.
Well, thank you, Doc. I appreciate you. Thanks for taking the time and talking to all of us and telling us about your practice.
Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it. If anybody needs anything, you can text our office, email us, and I'll be here and available. Thanks for having me on.
I got one more thing for you, Doc, before you go.
Okay.
So one thing I noticed, I have terrible vision.
Okay.
I take my contacts out and I can't see 5 feet in front of me. But
we sell puppies on Fridays. So if you need the CNI dog, we sell them on Fridays. We pit bulls on the first of the month, Rottweilers on the second, whatever.
So I remember when I was a kid, glasses were not cool at all. They were just not cool. It wasn't cool to wear glasses. You were a nerd, right? But now they make frames and glasses that it's like you're not cool if you don't have glasses now, because the frames are just
if you get the right ones.
So
if you get the right ones, if you get the socialite ones, you're going to be good to go.
I want you to show me one more time. I know you did in the beginning, but I want you to show me your selection there, that people can see that.
All right.
What you're getting.
So I'm gonna go through here. So this is Versace. Versace is gonna be a little bit more blingy. Gonna have some good different colors, some crystals on there, and then they can actually go a little bit more subtle. You got Ray-Ban, which is one of the iconic types of manufacturers here. Clear is very popular in any of the manufacturers. People are liking clear. We have Eyes of Faith, which has scriptures on the temples, and it supports mission trips all around the globe. We have Costa, which makes an ophthalmic. A lot of people that are very active will love that. You have Versace Sunglasses here.
Are those prescription sunglasses?
So these have no prescription, but you can put your prescription in it. So you pick the frame, and then you determine. Then we have to make your prescription in there. So some you can buy them if you're wearing contacts or you need no prescription, you can buy them as is. If not, we'll put your prescription in there. Then you have Costa, which has you can either get glass lenses, which is going to be a little bit more scratch resistant, or the polycarbonate lenses, which will be lighter when you put your prescription in there. The polarized lenses, as you can see, come in different colors. So you see I'm looking through there. What you're going to notice, the yellow, usually we use it for shooting. So people that do professional shooting. The amber is going to give you the most contrast. And the gray is going to be the darkest. Somebody said I wanted to be as dark as possible, go with the gray. If I want to see as sharp as possible, I would say go with the amber. And if you're doing professional shooting, like skeet shooting, then we use the yellow lenses. So there's a difference in the lenses. So you can't just, all lenses are not created equal, and it's not all the same. And then you have Ray-Ban, and then you have in Chroma, which is the color visions, and more Ray-Bans, which will give you the aviators that people are always asking about.
So you got something for everybody there, and if you don't have it, you can order it. I'm guessing you can find.
If we don't have it, we get it in. But most times we have it, or we give you something you weren't even expecting. My goal is to make people walk out of here with something unique and different and funky and a talking point. When we get to go back and sit down in a restaurant and eat together and laugh, I want you to have a little talking point and be like, oh, I got these and they're from Germany, or they're a buffalo horn, or they're wood, or they give back and they plant a tree, or they're made out of recycled materials, or, we have some fun, but properly fitted glasses to your face where you see really sharp and clear and you're happy, where you don't have to think about your vision. If you're still thinking about your vision and how you can't see, then we need to do something about that. So my goal is to eliminate the issues of being able to see in vision, even for elderly and for kids. We do a lot of programs in which we assist kids that need it. So kids that may not have glasses and need it for school, we have programs in which we'll give free glasses to kids that need it for school. So there's a lot of stuff. We don't want vision to be a hindrance for a child or for somebody else.
Well, again, this is Dr. Adam Ramsey from Socialite Vision at the Mainstreet at Midtown and Palm Beach Gardens. Another local businessman in our community who gives back to the community on a daily, and it's another business that we need to continue to support. It's a guy. He said it. He gives back. He gives back to the community, and we need to support Dr. Adam also. So if you need to get your eyes checked, you need better vision for 2020. Go check out Socialite Vision. Give me that number again, Dr. Adam.
561-336-0733. And we're at 4871 PGA Boulevard in the Main Street of Midtown Plaza in the second row in the back. We're here. Call us. We'll wave you down from outside. Don't worry about it.
And if you're wondering what he looks like without the mask on, if the picture, you can see the picture behind me. That's what he looks like without the mask on.
I'll take it off for the people. I got a face for the people. My mama said I had a face for TV. So this is, a voice for the radio, but a face for TV. That's what my mama said. So we're here. Like I said, when you come in, we're going to have on the mask. We'll keep everybody protected and safe. But we want you to come in. Actually, now is actually the safest time to come in. I'll be honest with you, because we're booking 1 hour appointment slots. So most likely there's not going to be another person in here. In a month or two, there are going to be other people in the store at the same time. So if you're worried and you're about being around other people, I would tell you it is safer to get your eye exam next week at my office than if you came in 3 months. There's no way I'll be able to have only one person per hour in the store. So the safest time to come to get an eye exam is actually right now. So don't worry, we'll keep it protected, and we'll have a great time while you're in here. If you don't have a mask, we'll give you one before you come in.
Awesome. Thanks so much for taking care of your own backyard and keeping us all super stylish. I told you I'm going to have to come and check out some of the frames.
Those look good. I might be able to put lenses in that. I know we're still working on it. The lenses are going to be kind of big, but we'll see what we can do.
Awesome.
Well, I appreciate Homaira. Thanks for setting this one up. Dr. Adam, again, you seem like a really chill dude, just a regular guy, down-to-earth guy, good doctor who cares about our community, cares about the people in our community. He lives here, he works here, he eats here, he sleeps here. So we need to support guys like Dr. Adam Ramsey from Socialite Vision in Palm Beach Gardens. Thanks so much for joining us today. It was a pleasure having you.
Thanks for having me on. Appreciate it.
All right. And everyone will be back at 2 o'clock today, not with an eye doctor. We'll be back with a restaurant. We'll be talking food at 2 o'clock with the Key Grill in Juno Beach. So they got some of the food, Homaira, is the pictures are to die for. So join us at 2 o'clock for the Key Grill. And thanks so much for watching. We'll see you back at 2 o'clock.